Morning class. This morning we are going to talk about the evolution of management theory, and the subtopic is the principles of scientific management. We are going to focus on two prominent followers of TAILOR, who were Frank GILBRETH, 1868 to 1924, and LILIAN GILBRETH, 1878 to 1972. TAILOR himself had an enduring effect. His work had an enduring effect on the management of production systems. Managers in every organization, whether it produces goods or services, now carefully analyze the tasks that must be performed and try to devise the work systems that will allow the organizations to operate most efficiently. These two authors, the GILBRETH, they are two prominent followers of TAILOR, and they tried to refine TAILOR's analysis of work movements and made many contributions to time and motion study. Their aims were: one, to break up into each of its component actions and analyze every action; two, recognize each of the component actions so that the action as a whole could be performed more efficiently at a less cost of time and effort. The GILBRETHs often filmed a worker performing a particular task and then separated their actions frame by frame into their component movements. Their goal was to maximize the efficiency with which each individual task was performed, so that gains across tasks would add up to enormous savings of time and effort. Their attempts to develop improved management principles were captured, at times quite humorously, in the movie Cheaper by the Dozen, which depicts how the GILBRETHs, with their 12 children, tried to live their own lives according to these efficiency principles and apply them to daily actions such as shaving, cooking, and even raising a family. Eventually, the GILBRETHs became increasingly interested in the study of fatigue. They studied how the physical characteristics of the workplace contribute to job stress that often leads to fatigue and thus poor performance. They isolated factors such as lighting, heating, the color of walls, the design of tools and machines that result in a workplace fatigue, or that result in a worker fatigue. Their pioneering studies paved the way for new advances in management theory. In workshops and factories, the work of the GILBRETHs, TAILOR, and many others had a major effect on the practice of management. In comparison with old crafts system, jobs in the new system were more repetitive, boring, and monotonous as a result of the application of scientific management principles, and workers became increasingly dissatisfied. Frequently, the management of work settings became a game between workers and managers. Managers tried to initiate work practice, to increase performance, and workers tried to hide the true potential efficiency of the work setting in order to protect their own well-being.